What's up guys, Turbo Hickey for you today. Today I'm doing a hookah setup tutorial slash tips for hookah smoking. So ultimately this video is geared to actually teach you beginners out there how to actually set up hookah properly and also give you tips and knowledge about what's going on with the hookah and just ultimately tips to improve your smoke. So thank you guys for watching and thank you. Hey guys, so right now I'm going to go through the actual functionality of the hookah itself. As you see holistically, the hookah is one big thing right here. However, it's composed of 5 major parts. The bowl, the ashtray, the hookah stem, the vase, and the hose. I'm going to go top to bottom, just really quickly explain, and also give you some facts about what each one does. So the bowl actually holds the shisha, which is hookah tobacco inside here, has foil on top, poked in holes, and you put coals on top of that foil, which heat the shisha. Now this is a unique way of smoking because you're actually cooking the shisha, which is composed of tobacco, glycerin, and what's it called? Honey, yes, and flavoring. But what you actually see from the smoke is actually glycerin, which is safe to inhale, and also it's not harmful to you at all. A lot of people think it's actually smoke, but however, you're never burning anything because the coals are never touching it. Burning is something when you're actually putting something to a flame, or it's literally being burnt by something like a coal. However, this is being sitting on top of the foil and you're never actually burning anything. So this could technically be called vaporizing. Yes. So the ashtray itself just basically makes functional use of holding the coals there if you don't want to have them in a bowl, and also ashing them. So if they get smaller and smaller, obviously there's going to be residue around them, so you can get rid of that residue right there. The stem's purpose is mainly to transport this vapor into the water and actually cool down and filter the vapor through water. This specific design is actually made by Khalil Mamoon. This is a Khalil Mamoon hookah. A lot of people actually, hookah enthusiasts and big hookah smokers actually really do like Khalil Mamoon's, especially the one hose. A lot of people like one hose hookahs because you have the ability to purge, which is this little port right here. This gives a user ability to blow and also release the stale smoke, as well as cool down the hookah without taking anything off. The vase's purpose is just to hold the water, hold the water and hold the water. And the hose allows the user to move around freely while smoking. One thing about the hose, when you do have a hookah, make sure you know if your hose is not washable or not, non-washable or not. So many hoses that do look like this are non-washable. That means they have metal coils inside of them, and when you do wash it, the metal coils rust and is not safe to inhale. So yeah, make sure to do that. Another test I've heard you could do is put a magnet close to it. If it attracts, then there's coils, which means you can't wash it. But if it's fine, then it's all plastic inside and it should do fine. Yeah, another thing, big thing, a lot of people think that the size of a hookah determines the cloud output of a hookah, which is definitely not true. The cloud output of a hookah is actually determined through the gauge of the hose and the stem itself. That means the size of the inside of the hose and the size of the stem, the width, the diameter of it. The larger the diameter of both, you're definitely going to get more airflow, which means more cloud output. So yeah, let's get to the setup part. Alright guys, the first step to actually setting up the hookah is actually filling up the vase with water. The purpose of the water is to actually cool down the vapor as well as filter it. Water is known to filter 2 to 3 carcinogens. If there was any burnt anything, it's definitely going to filter it through here. But yeah, it gives a pleasurable effect of cooling down the smoke, which is what basically hookah is, or vapor, sorry. But yeah, essentially you're going to actually fill it up to a sweet spot. Your sweet spot's going to be about, in general, it's going to be about an inch above the bottom of the stem. So if you put it up to right here, it's going to be just about an inch, right up there. So I have that actually marked off because I know my hookah very well. So I know it's about to where the leaf is. So I'm going to fill it up with tap water up to the leaf. So a lot of people actually think about using other liquids into the vase, like milk, supposedly give it more milkier, I guess, or alcohol to even give you a drunkenness. But in my experience, tap water, just plain tap water, actually gives you the best smoke and best experience. I have put ice in it, and I do enjoy ice, but not all the time. So as you guys can see, a little too much. Yeah, you gotta get that sweet spot so you know where it is. And so if you put it in, it shouldn't be too high or too low of the bottom of the actual, where the stem is. So yeah. So once you have that, now you have to actually set up your bowl and fill your bowl with shisha. Alright guys, right now I'm going to cover the actual hardest part of setting up your hookah, is actually packing the bowl. This takes a little practice and knowledge about what you're actually doing. However, before I start actually putting shisha into the bowl, I'm going to go through the actual different types of bowls there are in the hookah world. So there's three main types. Egyptian/Chinese mall bowl, which basically allows the shisha to sit on top and has holes at the bottom. The vortex bowl, which actually has the shisha sit in here, holds the juices, but also has holes in the inside of the spire to create a vortex airflow. And also, I don't have it with me, but a funnel bowl, which is essentially the same thing as this. However, there's no holes on the side, and there's a hole at the top. In general use, the vortex bowl and the funnel bowl are used to smoke shishas, which is hookah tobacco, that are more wetter. So brands like Starbuzz, Fumari, 421, and anything that's really wet and drippy, Hookah Fina, Hookah, what was another one? I don't know, just random, just really wet hookah shishas you would want to smoke with the vortex bowl and the funnel bowl. This is mainly smoke, I usually smoke Al Fakr, Nakla. You could actually, this is a general bowl you can smoke anything out of. But for the use today, I have Starbuzz tobacco, so I'm going to pack the wetter Starbuzz tobacco in this bowl. So I'm going to show you guys how to pack this one. However, if you're really interested in packing Starbuzz in here, or Starbuzz in even a different bowl, or any type of shisha in a different type of bowl, just literally just look on Google, just Google how to pack Starbuzz in an Egyptian bowl. And there'll be many answers in YouTube that will explain in detail. However, I'm just going to show you right now how I pack it in a vortex bowl with Starbuzz. So the general use with this is that actually you get the shisha. I use using my hands, not tongs, just more easier. And you have your bowl empty around here. And what you want to do is kind of break it up with your hands and just sprinkle it all the way around. Make sure not to pack it too tight. This type of method packing with this bowl, Starbuzz and Vortex, you want to actually have it light and fluffy. That's going to definitely give you the most smoke. With this type of bowl, you would actually get, it's almost like a motto of less is more. The less shisha you use, with the airflow makes the smoke way more powerful if you actually have less and more airflow, or less shisha itself. So the rule with this is kind of just, when you're packing it, make sure you don't actually have the shisha touch the top of this rim right here. Because if you do, when you put the foil on, the foil is going to touch the actual shisha, and it's going to burn. It's going to burn the shisha, and that's going to actually create the harshness that you feel. Yeah, it's really funny because a lot of people think the harshness of a hookah is because it's ashy, and that is just false, and it really frustrates me. But when the hookah coals are touching it, or it gets the bowl itself, the shisha gets too hot, that's when it's actually harsh. So you could cool it down by blowing through it, or just purging it a bunch of times if you have a one-tone hookah. So the general of this, just make sure it doesn't touch the top of the rim when you kind of like run your finger across it, and kind of pack it light and fluffy, maybe pack it down a little bit more, and also to actually leave the holes kind of just open right there. So you kind of want to like push the shisha back against the wall. So to actually pack a bowl, you need the bowl itself, the shisha, tin foil, and yeah, that's it. Something to poke it with. Oh, did I already say that? Yeah. So what I like to use with foil on top is Reynolds wrap or any type of regular foil, 2 sheets. So you're gonna put one on top, kind of have it, put it down like this, airtight. Oh dang, I should have wiped off my hands. Oh well. And yeah, the reason why shiny side down, sorry, yes, this is very important. Reflects the heat back into the bowl, keeps it hotter, theoretically, and also there's health reasons, I don't know why, but yeah, just kind of healthier, I guess, I don't know, some shit. But, yeah, so I like to put this, tap it just to know where the spire is. So with this type of bowl, you're going to put around 20 to 30 holes all the way around. So I like to start like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Going around, kind of spacing them evenly, if you could see that right there. Was on 13? Shit, oh well. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So as you see, with this type of bowl and this type of packing, you could also Google kind of like what to pack or what kind of formation you want to do. But with this, you're gonna not use too many holes, and also you're just gonna pack it light and fluffy. So, and yeah, here's the rest of your bowl. So there you are. All right, guys. So right now I'm gonna talk about coals. Before I start heating up the coals, I want to stress you guys to use actually natural coals. Natural coals are actually made from coconut shells. And also other elements, but coconut shells are the most popular, like brands like Coconara, Cocoa Buzz, Cocoa Jamra, anything coconut. However, this is one of my favorite brands to use. These are natural, made from coconut shells. They have no chemicals like quick lights do. Quick lights are you actually light up by a lighter and they just sizzle all the way through. But they have chemicals obviously that do that, so it's not really healthy for you. And also these last a lot longer. And they just give the heat distribution just way better. So I just want to show you the formation of how I'm going to put it on my bowl throughout my smoke session. So I'm going to put 1 right here, 2, 3. So as you guys can see, they're all equidistant from each other. Oh shit! On the edges of the actual bowl. Because the air is going through the middle, it's far easier and it's better to have them, on the edges of the bowl, farthest away from the thing. Just start it up. And it's going to take about 10 minutes to start up. However, after that 10 minutes, your bowl is going to be fully heated and you get that full smoke session. So, and once it gets kind of white all over the coals and it's time to ash them, then I usually move them. I usually take off, let's say 2. And I remember where that one was, right? So I put them right here. So basically, alright, so you're cooking the shisha that hasn't been burned yet, and you move this one after you ash them. So when you have the coals right there, it's burning that shisha right there, and then when you just rotate them just a little bit, their placement, then it's cooking the new shisha. A lot of people used to like to do this with new sets of coals, like go through all the coals with like one place, and then put another coals like right here in the open spaces when these are done. But I prefer just to enjoy the smoke like an hour and a half smoke session instead of like the 2 hour and a half or just longer smoke session. All right, so let's cook these coals. All right, guys. So I just put the coals on the electric stove. You must use an electric stove to actually cook these. You could use a gas stove, which is really a hassle, and technically you're not supposed to. But right now I just threw them on, and about 4 minutes in, they'll be heated halfway, like red hot, halfway up, and then that's when you want to flip them and then put them on for another couple minutes. So I'll come back to you in about 7 or 8 minutes and see what these are doing. Alright guys, so it's been about 7 or 8 minutes and I flipped them halfway through. So now they're all, and a good indication is to see if they're all ready, or if they're ready, if they're all red hot. And as you can see, they definitely are. So we're going to turn off the stove and put them on my ashtray to carry over to my hookah. So I'll be right there. Alright guys, so I just put the coals right on my hookah bowl. I'll put them in the formation that I just showed you, and I'm going to take a few puffs. So. Obviously the bowl just started. It's just heating up right now. Once it gets to its full potential, about 10 minutes, it'll be pretty thick clouds. So I'll come back to you guys in 10 minutes. Hey guys, back to you. It's been about 10 minutes sitting on the bowl, and I've just been puffing on it, and right now it's at its full potential, I'd say. So show you guys a few puffs. As you guys can see, big white fluffy clouds. Smoke is smooth, or vapor. The hookah is smooth, it's nice. Yeah, that's basically the whole step tutorial. 2 little tricks. If it gets too hot, if you have a 1 hose hookah, you can purge it, like you see right here. You blow into it. It kind of cools down, releases air through there. Or if you don't have one, you take off the coals on the ashtray, take off the bowl, and blow through the bowl to actually cool down the bowl. That's if it's getting harsh, to fix it. However, if there's not enough heat, and you're not getting enough heat, well, obviously, but you could easily get more tinfoil and wrap the bowl actually with the tinfoil. That will isolate the heat and make the airflow. Just heat up the bowl a lot more. Be careful not to burn it, and that can easily get harsh. So watch out for that. And they actually do have wind covers you can buy for that too. But yeah, there you go, guys. That's basically the thing, or tutorial. So. Thanks for watching.